Here in the Cedar City Ranger District, there's over 400 miles of riding opportunities. With our new motorized travel plan across the forest, there's over 2,700 miles of open routes for the public to come and enjoy this world-class scenery and recreation. The Reeds Valley Road Relocation Project is a great example of the Forest Service balancing resource needs and recreational demands. We're relocating a route out of a meadow, which will improve the overall habitat for the wildlife, improve the watershed conditions, and relocate it to a nearby ridge where it will drain properly and be a more sustainable route, but we're also maintaining the access for the public to access the Reeds Valley area.
Reeds Valley, as you can see, is a meadow environment, a wetland that is a critical component of the health of the ecosystem up here. And OHV enthusiasts, as they're riding these road and trail systems, have undoubtedly come upon wet spots on a trail. And the right thing to do is actually to stay on the trail. All right, think of it as just adding to the fun of it. If you got to splash through some muddy water, you know, it only adds to the fun, and that actually is the more sustainable way to go in order to maintain the viability of these trails. Creating new trails, intruding further into a wet meadow, or creating new tracks around trees and so forth actually only hastens the damage that occurs to these trail systems. Because water is such a precious resource and such a critical component of the ecosystem, it's a critical component of healthy wildlife habitat. And so one of the main benefits of having a properly maintained infrastructure of roads and trails is to improve wildlife habitat. So by improving infrastructure and thereby improving wildlife habitat, we're actually improving the recreation experience for people who enjoy hunting. They're still going to have access into the area. You know, we're not eliminating access into the Reeds Valley area. What we're doing is building improved access that will be there for a long time to come, but it'll be a more sustainable route, and it'll help improve the condition of this particular wildlife habitat, so that elk hunting in this particular area, we should see an improvement and an increase in the number of elk that we see in these areas that have been improved, such as this. Recreation users on the Cedar City Ranger District can certainly help preserve and improve these recreation opportunities by following the axiom, know before you go. Know about the area that you're traveling in, what the regulations might be regarding recreation on public lands in this particular area. One of the best ways to do that is to pick up a free motor vehicle use map from any of the district offices on the Dixie National Forest. Every route that's available for you to travel in a motorized vehicle is depicted on those maps, so that you'll know if you're on an approved route or not. People like recreating in a beautiful outdoor environment such as we have here. One of the goals of the motorized travel plan implementation on the Dixie National Forest is to allow this area to remain the picturesque area that brought people to it in the first place. So you can help us out by knowing before you go, by staying on the trail, by realizing that you can get there from here. Almost all parts of the Dixie National Forest and the Cedar City Ranger District are accessible by one means or another, and by all means stay on those designated roads and trails.